Train Lover 1974 presents an A4 Christmas. It was Christmas time on the island of Sodor, and all the engines were working hard to make sure that their jobs would be done before the annual Christmas party they hold every year. But most of them were just happy to be together, especially during such a special time of the year. But however, there was something new on the island that had recently arrived. That new engine was the A4 Pacific, the Mallard, who had recently become under the ownership of Sir Topham Hatt and was running a brand new express service called the Royal Sudrian, and ran it non-stop past Barrow. Everyone had come to admire the train, including the Mallard, seeing it as sort of like a royal, well, it had it in the name, a royal train. But there is one engine who had kind of become jealous. That engine was Gordon. Now, Gordon wasn't wrong. He was happy to see his cousin again, and was happy she was living on the island of Sodor. But he couldn't help but feel like the Mallard was outshining him, that he wasn't the top Link Express engine anymore that he used to be. He soon later on spoke about it to Flying Scotsman. "You know, brother, I just feel like he's just outshining me now. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that he's on the island now, and I'm happy he's taking work off our buffers, so this way we don't have so much, especially around this time of the year, but I just feel like, what if he replaces me and I lose my spot on the Wild Nor'Wester?" "Don't be silly, Gordon. You're not going to lose your spot on the Wild Nor'Wester. If that was the case, Sir Topham Hatt would have given the train to Mallard, basically. Or, heck, when I first arrived, he would have given me the train. Yet I'm pulling my own train, the Flying Sudrian. Just because that there's more people wanting to ride the Royal Sudrian doesn't mean you're going to lose your position on the Wild Nor'Wester. You're still one of the top Link Express engines. It was kind of the same thing that happened when the A4 class was first introduced. Us A3s lost a bit of our passenger trains, but we still continued our services. I mean, I still continued to pull the Flying Scotsman. You don't need to worry, Gordon. People are just wanting to ride the Mallard because, well, it's a new train. But we're going to equally get our own passenger services. Like I said, you pull the Wild Nor'Wester, I pull the Flying Sudrian, and Mallard pulls the Royal Sudrian. We're going to be okay, Gordon. I promise you." "You're right. Thank you, Scotsman. No problem. But I better be off. I have to take my train." "I'll see you later, Gordon." "See you later, Scotsman." Later on, Gordon was waiting at the station for Thomas. "Merry Christmas, Gordon." "Aye, Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas, you two." Duck pulled into the station. He was nearly out of breath. Whew, 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 whew. "Where have you been, Duck? You're nearly late." Sorry, I was in a rush. You see, Thomas was asked to prepare a very important train, so I was asked to take Annie and Claire at the last minute." "What do you mean, an important train?" "Well, you see, there's going to be a very important Christmas train, like Edward took last year with the Carolers. But the difference is it's going to be containing very important people that will be heading to Vickerstown. They have to catch their ship." "And who will be pulling this special train?" "The Mallard will. It's very, very important. That's why Thomas couldn't take Annie and Clarabelle." "Well, I hope the Mallard enjoys his train, because I have the Wild Nor'Wester to pull. Goodbye, Duck. Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas, Gordon. I'll see you at Knapford." "See you then, Duck. See you then." But all the same, Gordon wished he could have pulled the special train. Later on that night, Gordon was getting ready to head back to Knapford for the party when he heard a whistle. That must be the Mallard. And it was. The Mallard soon shot by, pulling a very important train with a special coach. That must be that must be the important people. It is, Gordon. I hope the Mallard will be alright. I hope so too. A few minutes later, the yardmaster walked up. The Mallard has broken down. She suffered a burst cylinder on the hill. She needs your help getting to the next station. You mean Vigarstown? Yes. I don't know about that. We don't know if we can make it. They do need my help. You know what? I'll do it. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Gordon, you are doing an honorable service. I'll go let the Fat Controller know. Are you sure you can do this, Gordon? It is a long train. Huh, that's nothing. I used to pull longer back on the LNER. Let's go help the Mallard out. My dear cousin. The Mallard stood sad and alone on the hill. Her coaches were weighing her down, and she pushed herself too hard climbing, which caused her cylinder to burst. Now she was just waiting. I should have taken it easier. Now, all my passengers are going to be late, and they're going to miss the special ship. Not to worry. It seems every time I get onto this hill, it seems an A4 always breaks down. It was first Spencer, and now Mallard. Oh, what is ever going to happen next? I heard about that. My brother was a bit stupid, wasn't he? A little, but we're all cousins and brothers. That's what happens. Flying Scotsman told me about what you've been feeling. What? But you have nothing to worry about, Gordon. Yes, my express has been getting popular lately, but I don't want to take away your job. I want you to pull the express with me. We all are the top link express engines of Sodor. You, me, the Flying Scotsman, we're the pride of the lines. I guess so. This is what's gonna happen, Gordon. Flying Scotsman will come help pick her up later. She's gonna pull herself onto a siding, and we'll carry the train the rest of the way. That sounds good to me. Are you sure you can take it? Oh, trust me, Mallard, I can. So the Mallard, with what steam she had left, puffed away to find a siding to rest on until Flying Scotsman could come rescue her. And Gordon, he got ready to pull the train. I will do this, and I can do this. Gordon soon backed up to the train, feeling nervous but equally excited. You ready, Gordon? I was built ready. Shh. Ooh. And the mighty engine sat off with the express. Gordon thundered down the other side. He enjoyed the wind blowing by his face, the snow blowing as the coaches clattered behind him. It felt like old times. This is a run I'll never forget. Ha ha! Express coming through! Gordon soon approached the final stretch, and soon he would be at Vigarstown, the final destination. There's Vigarstown. We have finally made it. Gordon pulled grandly into the station, on time, and extremely proud. You did it, Gordon. Of course I did. I knew I could. Soon, Jonathan pulled up. He was on his way back to Knapford to the Christmas party. Holy crap, Gordon, you actually got the train here on time? You should be really proud of yourself. I am, Jonathan. I think I did a personal best tonight. I think I might have outdid Edward. I wouldn't go that far. I heard the story. And I mean, you were the one that made fun of him. That was a year ago. Whatever. Now, if you excuse me, I better be off. I'll see you at Knapford for the Christmas party, Gordon. Bye, Jonathan. Bye, Gordon. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Gordon was soon on his way to Knapford Station for the Christmas party. However, he still felt extremely proud. I tell you, driver, I'd say tonight was very, very successful, especially for Christmas. Indeed, Gordon. I'd say this has been a very Merry Christmas indeed. I would have to say so myself. And you know, even though this year has had its ups and downs, I would say this was a really wonderful year, and this had to be the best Christmas of my life. I can agree to that. So, Merry Christmas, driver. Merry Christmas, Gordon. And Merry Christmas to everyone, and to all a good night. And for last time's sake, Merry Christmas, everyone! Now let's get home before the snow gets too big.